pleased to introduce you to the 0 to 10 volt area controller demonstration kit. The demonstration kit includes the area controller, a 0 to 10 volt slider, a wireless self-powered motion sensor, and a wireless self-powered switch, a 0 to 10 volt pigtail, and a couple of wire nuts. It has a cord that can be plugged in and a receptacle to attach a luminaire. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this pigtail because I've got a luminaire that's not included with the kit, but hopefully you've got one and we can just connect it right up. That's got its own pigtail, and then we'll plug the cord in. So now we can control the luminaire with the slide dimmer. I believe I've got it disconnected right here. And I believe
You disconnected these two.
disconnected the slider from the input. So I might need to connect the slider to the input. Troubleshooting tip. Now the slider can work. If I push the button and enable it, I can adjust the brightness of the dimmer, of the luminaire. By adjusting the slider, it's actually controlling the input to the area controller, which is in turn controlling the output. That same output can be controlled either by the slider or by a wireless switch, for example. It can be turned off and back on. A long press will dim it down, and a short press will turn it off. I can also test the motion sensor. These are pre-linked. The motion sensor has two buttons on the bottom. One without the line on it sends a link signal, and if I press it 5 times, I'm activating a test mode, and subsequent presses of the link button will toggle the output on and off. And you can tell the light sensor is working because there's a little LED in here that blinks each time it transmits when you press the signal. And when you first get it, you would need to leave it in bright light for 10 or 15 minutes for it to fully charge before it can operate. And as I mentioned earlier, if you don't connect the input to the slider, then you will need to connect the input to something else if you want to use it. Otherwise, it still works just fine with the wireless switch. Thank you very much, and feel free to contact us with any questions.